It's another video! Hi everybody, welcome to another video! This is more a story time talkative video than a I'm just gonna sit down and play a video game video. So we're gonna talk about some school stories. Yay! So this is gonna go from like first grade to 7-ish, because 7's the one that's most fresh in my mind. I think in first grade I had this teacher called, we're just gonna call her Mrs. October. We're gonna call her Mrs. October. So Miss October, we were doing a spelling test one day, and so I asked her, "Hey, can I use the bathroom?" "Yeah. Oh, you better be back in a minute." So I'm saying to myself, "A minute? There's no way I'm gonna be able to use the bathroom in a minute." So I walk out of the bathroom, and she's just like, "Excuse me? You wanted to walk out of the bathroom after asking me to use the bathroom? Go put that card on yellow, you deep sea son of a bitch." So I go over and put it on yellow. I'm like, really? Really? And that was the day I lost all hope in humanity. The second one was when I think I had the same teacher. Yeah, I think of the same teacher. So we're walking down the hall, and there was like this ramp thing. So there was like, there was like a slight incline up, and there was some rails on the sides, and some guy with some special ed kids walks by and says, "People spit on these railings for no reason." And because you're like 5 years old when you're in first grade kindergarten, you start to think things in your mind differently than you would if you're in 8th grade, like I am right now. So I naturally just go ahead and right on the railing. And some little shithead just sits there and says, "Miss Autumn, I want to be a teacher's pet. He spit on the railing." Put your card on red when we get to the goddamn classroom! So that's how that happened. And the day, like a few hours, maybe even a few minutes before, they had a raffle, and all the prizes were garbage. My sister had this foam penguin. It broke like within a week, and I had their mascot. Their actual mascot was a bulldog. It was a red bulldog, and there was a tear in it, and I got it that day. And she's like, "Well, maybe you should stay here, because you want to spit on the railing." Guess what? That's my property. And a child doesn't know any better to do that. So you're just gonna punish them for it? Wow. I don't know if that teacher's fired or not, but I'm lucky I am not in that school anymore. I don't remember anything else in school, like anything else from that school. Actually, no, I do remember one. I was in 3rd grade. So 3rd grade level was on the top floor, which is basically our hallway. This is our classroom right here, and then we walked like down the hallway, and then there was a staircase that went down, and then you would walk straight into the cafeteria. It was so weird. Oh no, I do remember this one time, but we'll get to that later. So the teacher, I was just sitting with my classmates, and for some reason, I don't know, for some unknown reason, I had to fart. So I basically had to fart, and there was this little brat-ass girl in front of me, just sitting in the seat in front of me. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna fart. "Ew, did you just fart?" I'm like, "Oh my god, you fart all the goddamn time. So what's your problem with me?" So basically the moral of that was she just was pissed that I farted. I don't even think the teacher noticed, so I was just like, okay, done with that. Alright, so back to the really beforehand thing. So I was in the lunchroom, and I swear to God, this story is gonna get a little out of control. Just not like out of control, more like, excuse me, what? So the teacher, so they had like lunch monitors because obviously you can't just be, doing whatever you want at lunch. So there were a bunch of lunch monitors, and I was sitting at my own table by myself because that's what first graders do, sit at their own table because no one cares about them. I had no friends, to be honest. Anyway, so I'm just sitting at the table alone, and I brought my own lunch. And packed were these like Great Value Walmart brand little like snacks, and then they were covered in frosting and put like sprinkles on, and they were like shaped like animals and stuff. And the thing is, so I'm just eating those. And I had a sandwich packed in my bag also. I just didn't eat them, so I just decided to eat all my snacks first. And then this lunch monitor comes up to me, even though I have my own lunch by myself, and she's just like, "Eat your sandwich." Walks right away from me. So I naturally get up and I talk to the freaking people, and I'm like, "They told me that to eat my sandwich first, even though this is my lunch." And we try and look all around for her. She's just gone. I think she either went into the supply closet, like that was next to the bathrooms, or she just left the cafeteria entirely. Because there's no way that she's just gone. Because I looked all around, couldn't find her at all, and I was like, where did this bitch go? So that was that, and we never solved that mystery. But okay, I just ate my sandwich anyway. So fun. And she never showed up for the rest of the period, so I guess she just ran after that. So she's like, "Oh, I don't want to get fired. Screw this." So yeet. Now we're kind of transitioning over into an era I like to call, I switched schools for the first time in my life. So this was in 4th grade. I had my normal teacher was just, we switched classes like we used to do, but gotta happen, so that's just fun. So basically what happened was I went to her class. So I used to be at one of my friend's house when I actually had friends. This is not fun. So when I had one of my friends, and I think it's because my mom knew her, and we were just waiting there for the bus. And fun fact is, my friend's mom was the bus monitor on that bus before I rode my bus that I rode now. So basically what happened was, they had a drum set. His dad had a drum set, to be more specific. And what I was doing was I recorded it on the camera app of the iPad. So I recorded it on the camera app. I was playing drums, which I play poorly now. I basically know how to play drums. It's minimal. I've listened to too many albums that have drums, so now I basically know how to play drums. And I've watched 8-Bit Ryan play Left Behind. Check out that video in the description. I do not own it, but that's a pretty good song. So I've seen him play drums, so I basically know what drums to hit and stuff and how to hit cymbals. So, basically I was playing the drums. I recorded it on my iPad, and what I did was I put it on this part of the drum right here. I set the iPad on, and then I just decided to play. And you know what happens when you forget that you put something on a drum? Or you forget that you put something somewhere? Yeah, probably not the best idea to put an electronic device that has a huge-ass screen on a drum pad when you're hitting it. So I decided to play the video and to replay what I just did for, I don't know what I was doing. So I just start playing again, and I hit the iPad screen, and I was screwed for the rest of the day. So fun fact was that my regular teacher had a sub, and sometimes subs are dumb. I'm not saying that sub was dumb, but just a little dumb today. So what happened was, the English teacher wasn't that concerned, but the science teacher, I'm just gonna call her Miss September. I don't know when her birthday is, but okay. So Miss September, she flips the hell out when I swear to God. So she basically tells like all the teachers, and what happened is I go into science class and she flips the hell out. Well, better start work. Better be working. Better be working. You better work. Better work. And it did, obviously, but it was just cracked. It was an accident. So, I don't know what period I was in, but she called the principal and the vice principal and the tech guy. Now, mind you, this isn't the first time I've broken school property. I'm trying to record a video right now. Get out of my room. So she calls the vice principal and the principal and the tech guy to come down, and she's like, "Why'd you break it?" And I'm like, "It was an accident." You never said that. I was so pissed at that moment. Like, really? So you're gonna call the principal and the vice principal down because I accidentally broke an iPad? It was an accident. Nothing happens on purpose. I'm not a type of person that's like, "Oh, I'm gonna break this on purpose. Yeet." Unless I'm trying to make a smashing video, smashing an electronic. That's the only purposeful reason I will try and break something. So I was pissed for like half the day. So they take it and they just give me another one, a replacement one, and that was fine. There was a second time I broke my iPad. I have no idea how it happened. Just throwing that out there right now. I have no idea how it happened. So, I'm just sitting in my I'm just sitting on the bus. We get home. I think there were some books in my bag. I think that's how it happened, but I don't actually know how it happened. So basically what happened is, I was on the bus, my iPad was in my bag, and I'm just sitting in there. There's books in my bag, and I had my backpack up against the seat. Those are two factors that I should have never done. So I get home, and like a few minutes, and like an hour, a few hours maybe, and a few minutes later, I go to check my iPad, and the screen shattered. I'm like, how? Are you how? And there's this sign in our school, and we knew it, like, from the moment it happened, we knew it, that if you got these tiny iPads, they were like the size of a Nintendo Switch screen, just a little bigger. If you got one of those small iPads, you ain't getting the big iPads anymore. Nope, that is your end goal. Nope, nope, get out. Nope, bye. That's your only chance. We are not fixing that. And in 6th grade, somebody had their stuff on top of mine because we were in the same classroom. So I try and pull out my iPad with my headphones plugged in. They were like this 3.5mm audio jack that I got plugged into my headphones right now. So basically what happened was the audio jack got stuck in there and I couldn't listen to any audio. And what happened is they take it down just to fix it. It should be easy. Apparently the tool that he was using to get it out broke, and he was too lazy to buy another one and actually go on with his day and just say, "Okay, I'm gonna buy a new one and then get it." Nope, they gave me one of the tiny iPads and I was screwed. I was very angry. Very angry. Another time was, this was in 5th grade. So basically, we had these math problems. She would, my math teacher would record a video, and then she would put it on this website where you had to answer the questions. And some of them were like writing questions where you would write the answer. So I just decided to be the laziest idiot I could, and this was 3 years ago, so I don't honestly really look back on that with too much greed. 10-year-old me is like, "Oh yeah, let's just put 'I don't know' in the box and just ship it off." She was angry about that. And I remember, okay, I'm gonna confess this right now, like, this has been 3 years, and I'm gonna confess this. So, one of my friends, his name is Richard, and he figured out how to do this little trick where you could swipe up the iPad thing, and you could press the play button and keep on playing the video, and you could see what the answer was. Yeah, that could have got me in trouble way too many times. So what I did was I just played the video forward, and I took the entire answer that she had, and I put it in the box. Send off. And I got a piece of candy for being the only one who got it right. I feel like I just cheated getting a piece of candy. So, in 5th grade also, we had this little thing, I don't know what it was called, like, just like a mission or something like that. It was something like where you would yeah, it was like a virtual, it was like an e-mission, I don't know what it was called, but it's a thing where, I don't know, it's like a satellite was broken, or the International Space Station was doing something, I don't know what it was, but we had assigned groups, and they assigned us to a group which we had no idea what was going on. So we basically switched to another group, and holy frick, it was way in our comfort zone. And that was a better idea. In 7th grade, yeah, this was in 7th grade, before, and I'm gonna tell you right now, but this was before I had a, this is before quarantine started. This is like in February, maybe even early, this is in February, March, before April 14th, because that's when my school closed down. So this was maybe in March, maybe in February, when there was like a snow warning for one day. And basically, so we had I had two study halls, which were one upstairs and one downstairs, which is really kind of weird. I don't know what it was, but okay. So both of them were like right on top of each other, which is really weird. So I decided to live stream on YouTube on my Chromebook. Yes, those stupid things that your school gives you because they basically don't care about anything. And they just give you the worst quality computer that they can. So I just decided to live stream with that computer, not thinking anything about it. I live streamed in that class, nothing happened, anything happened. I was fine. You cannot find those live streams anymore because I will tell you the reason in like a few minutes. Like maybe even a few seconds, maybe. Alright, so, and then the next study hall after that, I decided to live stream again. So there's like 15, 20 people in the room. And basically, the two teachers on the other sides one teacher was actually really good, and the other teacher, I had no idea who it was. I wasn't even on their study hall part. And basically, I just started live streaming, and a bunch of people start watching my live stream and everything on YouTube. And a lot of people get in the video. I didn't even ask them to get in the video. They just walked up and just decided to start doing everything. And we're making a huge ruckus, and they're like, and the other teacher on the other side of the room that I had no idea who it was, she's like, what's all the ruckus about? And they're like, oh, he's live streaming. Then she loses her shit and goes, excuse me, he's live streaming? Oh, hi, how are you? You better turn that off right now. So she emails the vice principal, because the vice principal is a lot stricter than the regular principal is. Not saying that's a bad thing, not saying that's a good thing. But basically, she emails him, and I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, Mr. Brown said, don't do that, or he's taking away your Chromebook. I'm like, okay, alright, I'm gonna stop doing that. And he said, you better delete the live stream. She said, you better delete the live stream as well. So I'm like, okay. So I delete the live stream, and I delete the one that I live streamed earlier, because I think he might even find my channel and be like, oh yeah, you were live streaming there. I also live streamed at home, but I kept that one up. I will link that in the description, but the other two are completely gone, donezo, deleted. I should have just put them on my phone or my hard drive or something like that, and thrown them into Google Drive and just kept them in there for the rest of eternity. So what Mr. Brown did was he blocked like half the categories on YouTube. He blocked entertainment, he blocked gaming, he blocked, I don't know what else, he blocked comedy as well. So there's like 3 big categories that most videos are in. So that was blocked basically for most of the year, and you couldn't see suggested videos on the side, and you couldn't read comments. So that was just fun. So basically YouTube was a distrown land of crap where you couldn't do anything on it, and he also took away the privileges this year to sign into any extra Google accounts. So if you wanted to, you couldn't sign into your normal Google account that you use on everything else. You could only use the school account that they gave you. 8th grade, nothing bad has really happened, like anything like, oh yeah, something worth telling. That's basically not anything. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This video, I may make a part 2 in the way future when I'm probably in like 12th grade, when all this stuff ends and I have a lot more stories to tell. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.